Hey everybody, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have a guest we're going to be interviewing this morning, Miss Candace from the Cardinal Travel Agency. Candace, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing so good. Well, thank you for joining us and sharing your amazing journey. You're a recent graduate of our Careers on Vacation program, and I love your story because you're in such a different place from when you started, but I don't want to tell your story. Let me just ask you to share, where was your business before finding the Careers on Vacation Mastermind, and where is your business now?
All right. Well, I didn't have a business before I started. I had just been thinking about starting. I had been a travel agent back in my 20s and then changed careers and always wanted to go back to travel in the industry. And so I was looking at options. I was looking at franchises, and then I came across all your videos and
I
it
love it.
changed my mind.
Yeah, because especially if you were in the industry, like you said, 20 years ago, is that what you said?
Oh, probably more like 30 or 35 years ago.
All good, but the model was so much different back then. And in today's environment, there are a lot of not good ways to get started. And there's a lot of good ways to get started too, but it's kind of like you having that base knowledge. I'm sure that sifting through everything was quite an adventure, but you had an idea and a love for travel, and now you have, is your agency launched? Where are we with everything?
I am hoping, fingers crossed, to launch this week. So I have a couple last little things to get ready to go, and then I'm ready.
I love it. So do you feel prepared? Do you have your architecture in place? Tell us what the things are that are in place that you wouldn't have known to do had you not taken this program.
Oh, for sure, all the social media stuff and marketing. I had no idea how to do any of that. Even all the training and everything, the choosing of the host. None of that existed when I did this before. So I really needed to learn everything. And now I feel like I have a good solid base of things I need to know. And I still have a lot of learning to do, but I can do that as I go along. I had someone call me to book a cruise, and so that forced me to do all kinds of research.
So we're
And
already
learn some
booking.
systems.
You're not even launched yet and you're booking. This is what I love about our program. Like, as I always tell you guys, no, you don't have to have the big fancy website. You don't have to have, like, you can take a credit card right now. We'll walk you through that process. I love that. And well, of course, my next question is, what's been your biggest winter celebration? So I don't know if booking it was it, but you tell me, what's been your biggest winter celebration so far?
Um, I would say probably just getting everything set up, just, having a direction and knowing where I want to go. I have my marketing plans all in place. I'm still working full time in my other job. So as soon as I get a little bit more time, which is going to happen in a week or two, I can't wait to launch all my marketing things.
Oh,
So
love that. Yeah. And doing real marketing is such an important thing, but the way we train you to do it 3 months in advance. So it's running behind the scenes and it's just a machine that's kind of delivering those leads on demand, because you might have another job. For those of you who want to start as a hobby and transition, it doesn't have to be a big, scary thing, but don't have a hobby that's like just sitting there. You want to make sure it's productive, and that marketing, as I teach you guys, is so key. So I'm glad to hear it's all done and set up and you're just waiting to push the on button. So
yeah.
I love that. That's so good. So take me back to mindset stuff in the program. You know that we train you to think like a CEO, and then we support you through the process. We have mindset mentors that work in the program. And what was that? Was that a help to you? What did the mindset work do for you, either in your life or business, or did it help you at all? You tell me.
It was incredible. I loved the mindset part. I have to say the very first Zoom meeting that I did was a mindset one. And I was kind of like, I'm not sure about this. But then as I started going through the program, I looked forward to those so much. And the information within the program too, I'd love to go back to them. And I always felt like I kind of had a good mindset, but after going through the program and learning some different techniques, that it just tweaked things enough to make a huge difference for me. I'm very cautious about jumping into things, but once I do, I'm 110%. So it was just that little bit of tweaking was all I needed to get me going and moving forward. And it's been great. It's been one of my favorite parts of the program.
Yay. See, and I love that you're like, I don't know, but then it became your favorite part, because launching an agency is not easy, despite what people will tell you, right? And launching it in a way where it is going to hit the ground running the proper way, there's something you have to work. This is not a thing where I do everything for you. I teach you how to set it up and how to structure it. And in that process, there can be days where it feels like a lot, or there can be days where there's a limiting self-belief popping in going, oh, I've never worked with Facebook ads before. This is overwhelming. So I feel like those touch points become, instead of a give up place where so many people, if they're trying to do it on their own, they start chasing the rabbit hole of, let me learn about Facebook ads. Let me learn about funnels. Let me learn about whatever the thing of the day is. And they can never see it through because the limiting belief pops in, or they just don't know what really works in the industry, which that's why the 25 years of me making all the mistakes so you don't have to comes into play. But that hand holding when you get stuck, and what were the mastermind calls like, seeing other people that were a few weeks ahead starting to have the successes? Was that helpful as well?
It was. And when I first started, again, I thought when I did the interview and stuff, I was like, wait, people are at all different places. How does that work? This is going to be so weird. But it was great because, like you said, I would hear questions from people who were ahead of me, and it would make a little bit of sense. And then when I got there, all the pieces would click together, and I'd be like, oh, I get it. Okay, I'm so glad they asked that because I had that same question. And the calls
you
were
already
great.
knew the answer. You already knew. That's the power of the mastermind, because it's, it escalates the learning. Being a lifetime teacher, that's one of those things where seeing the successes helps your mindset along, but then it's the questions sometimes you don't know to ask too that other people ask. The agencies who are in the experience track will say, well, how does this impact stuff that is 5 years down the road for you that you now know because you were in a circle of friends through the process? So I love that. I think that's a powerful part of our program. But you said something earlier that stuck out to me. You said, I'm kind of hesitant, or I'll, think through things before I make decisions. Walk me back to the beginning of when you found us, before you knew. Of course, it's easy to say now, yes, it was great because you've met me, we've worked together, you've had your successes, through the program. But before any of that happened, and you were kind of at the beginning stages of just vetting us, or, thinking about doing this, what was that process like for you before you dove in?
Like I said, I'm really cautious, and I check out everything before I get into it. So I had been checking out all different avenues of getting back into the travel industry. And of course, I found your videos that are so engaging, and I kept watching them. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to check this out. What's it going to hurt? I'll set up the call. And so I set up the call, and I talked to Trish. And even then I was like, she's like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, well, I need to think.
Yeah.
So she's like, absolutely, go ahead, give me a call back if you have any more questions or whatever. So, it was funny because I got off the phone, and then I started telling my husband about it. And as I was talking to my husband and telling him everything she had said to me, I'm like I said earlier, puzzle pieces fitting together. It was like, oh my gosh, why am I hesitating? This is perfect. This is exactly what I want and what I need. And called Trish back and said, I'm in.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And that's your time. So for those of you who are new to us and might not know, we do free discovery calls to learn about where you are in your journey to see if we can help you. If we can't help you, we'll give you some good advice and pass you on. If we can help you, then we'll extend an application, which we did in your case, but it's not a scary process. So
No.
and you should be vetting, guys, you should be vetting whoever you want to work with. I always say, work with someone who's done what you want to do in a big way, right? There's lots of business coaches. There's lots of marketing coaches. There's lots of those things out there, but are they marketing or business coaches in the travel industry? And do they happen to have an award-winning, highly profitable travel agency that they are currently running these proven systems in? I don't know of any other program out there that's doing that the way ours is. So, because we can, that's the roadmap stuff that we get to, which is great. So Candace, what would you say to that person who hasn't been inside the mastermind? They haven't been inside that magic or had the roadmap yet or seen the modules. What would you say to that person who's sitting on the fence that's looking at all these puzzle pieces? What would you say to that person about considering the Careers on Vacation program?
I would say, go ahead and do your research to make sure that you are all in when you join, and then go for it, because it's been great for me. It's all, like I said, I keep using that puzzle piece analogy, but all the pieces were there. The marketing, the how to run your business, the examples of how to send emails, the customer care, everything I was looking for was all part of the program. And then the calls are great for any questions that come up. You don't have to wait long. You have 2 calls a week where you can ask questions. You have the Facebook page where you can throw things out there, and people are wonderful about responding, and your team is great about responding, and you feel so supported, and it's not so scary. And it's successful. I mean, I feel like I'm good. I'm ready to go, and I feel like I can handle, anything that comes my way. And if not, I know there's still support out there for me through your grad program. So I'm really excited.
And you should be. I'm so proud of you. You've come so far from, having the passion and just needing to know, how do I set it up as quickly as possible to get to that hit the ground running kind of. And there are a lot of pieces in this business. And there's nothing more that breaks my heart than when people just give up because they couldn't figure out the marketing, or they couldn't figure out the sales, or they couldn't figure out the how to book, or, whatever the things are that people get stuck on. Right. Yeah. So I love what you've put together. I'm so proud of your brand. I think you came up with an amazing logo and concept, and you're going to be over in our grad group. We're going to be cheering for you for life, of course. If you guys out there are like Candace and you're like, I want my own travel business, I want a portable, profitable travel agency in less than 12 weeks, and support at your beck and call as you set everything up, then I encourage you to book the discovery call, just like Candace did. Go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. We'll talk about your goals, and if it's a fit to work together, then we will talk to you about the application process. And if not, we're still going to give you some great tips and wish you well as you move forward on your personal journey. So Candace, again, thank you for sharing your amazing journey with us, and we're going to see you over in the grad group. So you're not going too far, my dear.
Nope.
Right. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, Candace?
All right. Bye.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.